Hello, fictional. Welcome to the Fiction Series X. Today we are gonna see, what if Issei was raised by Freed Sellzen? Part 1. If you end up liking this video, please consider subscribe, so without further ado, let's get into the video. Chapter 1. Unexpected Beginnings. Issei Haidu's life had taken a peculiar turn. Unlike most boys his age, his upbringing was far from ordinary. Instead of the familiar warmth of a family home, he found himself under the care of a man whose very existence seemed entwined with chaos itself. Freed Sellzen. The night was cold and unforgiving when their paths first crossed. Issei, barely 8 years old, had been wandering the streets, his eyes wide with both fear and wonder. He had long lost track of time, but the dark alleys of Kuo City felt strangely familiar, a place he couldn't quite recall visiting before. Freed, on a clandestine mission, caught sight of the lost child. His sharp eyes detected something unique in Issei's aura, an untamed potential that intrigued him. With a mix of curiosity and a sense of responsibility, Freed approached the boy, his long coat billowing behind him like a shadow in the night. "Lost, aren't you?" Freed's voice was calm, belying the chaotic nature that often surrounded him. Issei turned to face the stranger, his eyes widening as he took in the sight of the man before him. His hair, wild and unruly, framed a face marked by determination and a hint of mischief. There was an air of freedom about Freed that drew Issei in, a stark contrast to the rigid rules that often governed his young life. "Yes," Issei stammered, his voice barely above a whisper. Freed crouched down to meet Issei at eye level, his piercing gaze studying the boy intently. "What's your name, kid?" "Issei," he replied, hesitantly. Freed offered a small smile, one that held both warmth and a sense of unpredictability. "Issei, huh? How about you come with me? I can show you a world far beyond these alleys." There was an undeniable magnetism in Freed's words, a promise of something beyond the ordinary life Issei had known. Without fully comprehending the consequences, Issei nodded, instinctively trusting this enigmatic man. And so, an unexpected bond was forged that night, one that would shape the course of Issei's life in ways he couldn't yet fathom. Freed's hideout was unlike anything Issei had seen before. It was a labyrinth of books, artifacts, and magical tools, all scattered in organized chaos. The walls were adorned with symbols and runes, each holding secrets of a world beyond the mundane. "Welcome to my domain," Issei Freed announced, gesturing around the room with a flourish. "This is where we'll begin your education." Issei's eyes widened with a mix of curiosity and apprehension. He had never been exposed to the supernatural world, let alone the complexities of magic and its intricacies. Freed wasted no time delving into their first lesson. He introduced Issei to basic magical principles, guiding him through the manipulation of energy and the invocation of simple spells. It was a world previously unknown to Issei, one that opened his mind to possibilities he never dared to dream of. As days turned into weeks, Freed's unorthodox methods of teaching became apparent. He didn't follow conventional curriculums or established norms. Instead, he encouraged Issei to question, experiment, and embrace the chaos within himself. "Rules are meant to be challenged," Issei Freed would often say, his voice carrying a rebellious undertone. "Magic isn't confined to textbooks and tradition. It's a force of nature waiting to be explored." Under Freed's guidance, Issei's abilities began to blossom. He discovered an innate talent for wielding magic, his understanding of the arcane growing by leaps and bounds with each passing day. But it wasn't just magic that Freed imparted, he instilled in Issei a sense of defiance, challenging the very fabric of the rigid supernatural society. "There's a rebellion in all of us," Issei Freed explained one evening as they sat amidst a sea of books. "It's what drives change, what shakes the foundations of complacency." Issei absorbed Freed's words like a sponge, his mind expanding with every lesson. He learned about the blurred lines between good and evil, about the shades of gray that existed in a world often painted in black and white. But with knowledge came challenges. As Issei's abilities grew, so did the whispers of dissent within the supernatural community. They frowned upon Freed's unconventional teachings, branding them as heresy. Yet, despite the growing dissent, Issei found solace in the mentorship of Freed Sellzen. He had found a sense of belonging in this chaotic world, a sense of purpose that ignited a fire within him. The unexpected beginning of Issei's journey under Freed's tutelage marked the genesis of a path fraught with challenges, rebellion, and the promise of unlocking the true potential within him. As the days turned into months, Issei's destiny began to intertwine with chaos itself, setting the stage for a future that defied all conventions. Chapter 2. The Unconventional Mentor. Under Freed Sellzen's guidance, Issei's world expanded beyond the confines of normalcy. Each day brought forth new challenges, lessons, and revelations that surpassed anything he had experienced before. Freed, with his eccentric nature and unconventional teaching methods, became more than just a mentor to Issei. He became a guiding force, an embodiment of rebellion against the established norms of the supernatural world. Their training sessions were a whirlwind of magic and experimentation. Freed didn't believe in rigid structures or standardized techniques. Instead, he encouraged Issei to explore the depths of his abilities, pushing the boundaries of what was considered possible. Magic isn't just about casting spells, Issei Freed emphasized one afternoon as they stood in a secluded clearing. It's about harnessing the energy within you and shaping it according to your will. Issei absorbed Freed's teachings like a sponge, his determination fueled by the mentor's unorthodox methods. Together, they delved into the intricacies of magic, exploring spells that transcended the conventional limitations. Freed's approach to combat was equally unorthodox. He introduced Issei to unconventional fighting styles, teaching him to adapt and think on his feet rather than relying solely on brute strength. Their training sessions were intense yet exhilarating, pushing Issei to surpass his own limits. But their lessons extended beyond magic and combat. Freed instilled in Issei a sense of critical thinking, encouraging him to question the established norms of the supernatural world. "Don't blindly accept what you're told," Issei Freed would often say, his voice carrying a hint of defiance. "Challenge the status quo. That's where true growth lies." Issei found himself immersed in a world that encouraged rebellion against the established order. He witnessed the flaws in the structured society of devils, angels, and fallen angels, realizing that the truth often lay hidden beneath layers of manipulation and deceit. As their bond deepened, Issei began to understand the complexity of Freed's character. Beneath a veil of rebellion and chaos, there was a sense of responsibility and wisdom that guided Freed's actions. He wasn't just teaching Issei to defy, he was guiding him to find his own path amidst the chaos. Their interactions weren't always serious lessons, Freed's mentorship often took on a mischievous tone. He would challenge Issei to think outside the box, presenting riddles and puzzles that tested not just his magical prowess, but his intellect as well. "Magic isn't just about power," Issei Freed remarked one evening, a playful glint in his eyes. "It's about strategy, finesse, and the ability to outsmart your opponent." Issei embraced Freed's teachings wholeheartedly, finding a sense of liberation in his mentor's unconventional methods. He discovered a passion for learning that went beyond textbooks and traditional teachings. Freed had opened a door to a world where creativity and individuality thrived. However, their unorthodox approach didn't go unnoticed within the supernatural community. Rumors spread like wildfire, whispers of Freed's rebellious teachings, reaching the ears of those who clung to the rigid structure of their society. Opposition arose from various factions, labeling Freed's methods as dangerous and disruptive. They saw Issei as a product of rebellion, a young devil influenced by chaos rather than tradition. Yet, despite the growing disapproval from certain quarters, Freed remained undeterred. He saw potential in Issei that surpassed the limitations of conventional training. He continued to nurture the young devil, guiding him through the intricacies of a world teetering on the edge of order and chaos. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day, forged in the crucible of rebellion and unorthodoxy. Issei's journey under the tutelage of Freed Sellzen wasn't just about mastering magic or combat, it was about embracing a mindset that challenged the very foundations of their supernatural society. Chapter 3. Embracing Chaos. As Issei delved deeper into the world of magic under Freed's tutelage, he began to grasp the fundamental truth that chaos wasn't merely a force of disorder, it held the potential for evolution and change. Freed, with his unorthodox teachings, had introduced Issei to the concept of chaos as a catalyst for transformation. He emphasized that the world wasn't divided into stark binaries of good and evil, instead, it existed within shades of gray, where rebellion against the established norms could lead to genuine progress. "Chaos isn't just about destruction," Issei Freed explained one evening as they sat amidst a swirl of magical runes. "It's about breaking free from the chains of conformity, about embracing the freedom to carve your own path." Issei absorbed Freed's words with a sense of fascination and intrigue. He had always perceived chaos as something to be feared, a force that disrupted stability and order. Yet, Freed presented it in a different light, a force that could bring about necessary change in a stagnant society. Their discussions ventured into the complexities of the supernatural world, revealing the undercurrents of manipulation and hidden agendas woven into the fabric of their society. Freed showed Issei that the established order often served the interests of the powerful, suppressing individuality and dissent. "Question everything," Issei Freed urged, his eyes reflecting a fiery determination. "The truth isn't always what it seems. It's hidden beneath layers of deceit and manipulation." Issei's perception of the supernatural community began to shift. He saw the flaws in the system, the discrepancies between what was preached and what was practiced. Freed's teachings opened his eyes to the inherent injustices and biases present in their structured society. However, with this newfound understanding came conflict. Issei's unconventional upbringing clashed with the traditional beliefs held by many in the supernatural world. Whispers of dissent and disapproval grew louder, casting a shadow over his relationship with Freed. The Devil Society, bound by centuries-old traditions and hierarchy, viewed Freed's teachings as a threat to their established order. They saw Issei as a symbol of rebellion, a deviation from the norms they sought to uphold. "You're treading a dangerous path," Issei cautioned a fellow devil during one of their encounters. "Freed's teachings will only lead you astray. You must embrace our traditions if you wish to survive in this world." But Issei found himself torn between the teachings of his mentor and the expectations of the society he belonged to. He admired Freed's unconventional approach, yet the weight of societal disapproval weighed heavily on his shoulders. In moments of uncertainty, Freed remained a pillar of support. He stood by Issei, encouraging him to stay true to his beliefs and ideals. "Strength lies in challenging the norms," Issei Freed reassured him, his voice unwavering. "Don't let their fear of change hinder your growth. Embrace the chaos within you." Their bond strengthened amidst the adversity they faced. Issei found solace in Freed's guidance, a sense of belonging in a world that encouraged rebellion against the status quo. Together, they delved deeper into the mysteries of the supernatural world, uncovering hidden truths that shook the very foundations of their beliefs. They encountered beings who defied classification, entities that existed beyond the boundaries of good and evil. "Not everything can be categorized," Issei Freed explained during one of their investigations into an enigmatic phenomenon. "Some entities operate in the gray, serving their own agendas without adhering to the established standards." Issei's mind expanded with each revelation, realizing that the truth was far more intricate than he had ever imagined. Freed's teachings weren't just about rebellion, they were about embracing the complexities of a world teetering on the edge of chaos and order. As the conflicts within the supernatural society intensified, Issei's resolve to embrace chaos grew stronger. He recognized that rebellion wasn't just a path of defiance, it was a journey toward understanding, evolution, and perhaps, even the reformation of their structured world. Under Freed's guidance, Issei began to see chaos as a force of change, a force that, when harnessed with wisdom and purpose, could pave the way for a better future. The path ahead was fraught with challenges, but Issei's conviction to embrace chaos as a catalyst for transformation burned brighter than ever. Chapter 4. Conflict and Growth. As Issei's understanding of chaos deepened under Freed's guidance, so did the conflict between his unorthodox upbringing and the established norms within the supernatural society. The whispers of disapproval grew into murmurs of discontent, casting a shadow over his journey. The dissonance between Issei's beliefs and the expectations of the society he belonged to became increasingly apparent. He encountered skepticism and criticism from fellow devils who saw his allegiance to Freed as a deviation from tradition, a threat to the structured hierarchy. "You're straying from the path of our kind," Issei remarked one of his peers, a hint of disdain in his tone. "Freed's teachings will lead you astray, and you'll find yourself isolated from our society." Issei felt the weight of their words, torn between the mentorship that had shaped his understanding of the supernatural world and the pressure to conform to the norms ingrained within their society. The conflict within him mirrored the upheaval brewing in the supernatural community. Freed stood as a constant pillar of support amidst the growing dissent. He recognized the turmoil within Issei and guided him with unwavering determination, encouraging him to stay true to his beliefs. "Conflict is inevitable when you challenge the status quo," Issei Freed reassured him, his voice a steady anchor in the chaos. "But growth often emerges from the depths of adversity." Their training sessions took on a new intensity. Freed sought to prepare Issei not just in magical prowess, but in resilience and conviction. He pushed Issei to surpass his own limits, honing his skills in combat, strategy, and the manipulation of arcane energies. However, the conflict within the supernatural society escalated. Rumors and accusations against Freed's teachings grew louder, painting him as a radical figure leading impressionable young devils astray. Issei found himself at the center of this storm, caught between his loyalty to Freed and the pressure to conform. The disapproval from his peers and the scornful glances cast his way became a constant reminder of the rift between his beliefs and the society's expectations. In moments of doubt, Freed's wisdom shone through. He reminded Issei of the importance of staying resolute in the face of opposition, urging him to view the conflict as an opportunity for growth rather than a hindrance. "Adversity breeds strength," Issei Freed emphasized, his gaze unwavering. "Do not falter in the face of opposition. Let it fuel your determination to carve your own path." As the tension within the supernatural community reached its peak, Issei grappled with the dilemma of loyalty to his mentor who had opened his eyes to a world beyond norms and to the society that expected adherence to established traditions. In moments of solitude, Issei contemplated the lessons imparted by Freed. He reflected on the complexities of the supernatural world, realizing that challenging the norms didn't necessarily equate to abandoning one's roots, but rather seeking a balance between tradition and evolution. Freed's teachings echoed in his mind, guiding him through the turmoil. Issei understood that growth often emerged from discomfort, from confronting the conflicts within oneself and the society at large. Amidst the chaos, Issei's determination solidified. He realized that his path wasn't just about rebellion for the sake of defiance, it was about seeking a middle ground, a harmony between the structured traditions and the potential for change. Freed stood by Issei, a beacon of unwavering support. He saw potential in the young devil beyond the societal expectations, fostering an environment where growth thrived amidst the conflict. Their bond strengthened amidst the turbulence, forged in the crucible of opposition and disapproval. Issei's journey was no longer just about embracing chaos, it was about navigating the complexities of a world that demanded both resilience and adaptability. As conflicts continued to swirl around him, Issei resolved to stay true to the teachings of his unconventional mentor. The path ahead was fraught with challenges, but within the conflict lay the seeds of growth and the potential to bridge the chasm between tradition and evolution. Chapter 5. Bonds and Betrayals. The bond between Issei and Freed deepened amidst the turmoil within the supernatural community. Their relationship had become more than just mentorship, it was a connection forged in the fires of rebellion, a camaraderie rooted in understanding and shared ideals. Freed had been a guiding force in Issei's life, shaping his perspective and instilling in him the courage to challenge the established norms. However, as their convictions grew stronger, so did the adversaries seeking to extinguish their unorthodox teachings. Amidst the conflict, Issei found solace in the companionship of individuals who resonated with Freed's ideals. He encountered fellow devils who shared his yearning for change, forming bonds that transcended the rigid boundaries of societal expectations. These newfound relationships provided a sense of camaraderie and support, a reminder that he wasn't alone in his defiance against the established order. They stood together, united by a desire to question, to challenge, and to seek a better future for the supernatural world. However, amidst the solidarity, betrayals lurked in the shadows. As tensions escalated within the supernatural society, some whom Issei considered allies, revealed their true allegiance. They denounced Freed's teachings, labeling Issei as an accomplice to chaos and rebellion. A sense of betrayal pierced through Issei's heart as those he trusted turned against him. The disapproval from within his own circles shook the foundation of the bonds he had formed, leaving him disillusioned and questioning whom to trust. Freed observed the turmoil within Issei with a heavy heart. He recognized the pain of betrayal, having walked a similar path in his own past. Yet, he stood by Issei, offering guidance and a reminder that adversity often revealed the true nature of individuals. Betrayal cuts deep, Issei Freed remarked, his voice tinged with empathy. But it unveils the true allies who stand unwavering by your side. Issei grappled with conflicting emotions, anger, hurt, and a sense of betrayal, intertwined with a longing for understanding and forgiveness. He questioned the validity of his choices, doubting whether his allegiance to Freed's teachings had led him astray. Amidst the turmoil, Freed remained a steadfast presence, a beacon of guidance and support. He encouraged Issei to seek clarity within himself, to discern true allies from those swayed by the fear of change. In moments of solitude, Issei reflected on the bonds he had formed. He realized that while betrayal wounded deeply, it also served as a crucible, forging stronger alliances with those who shared his convictions. Freed's teachings echoed in his mind, reminding him that betrayal often revealed the hidden truths, separating genuine allies from those motivated by fear and self-interest. As the rifts within the supernatural community widened, Issei found solace in the few individuals who remained unwavering in their support. He forged stronger connections with those who shared his vision, recognizing that adversity had strengthened their bonds. The conflict had taken a toll on Issei, but it had also unveiled the resilience within him. He understood that bonds forged amidst adversity were often the most enduring, anchored in shared experiences and a common quest for change. Freed, with his unwavering mentorship, guided Issei through the tumultuous sea of betrayal. He reminded Issei that while betrayal stung, it also served as a catalyst for growth and discernment. Betrayal teaches us valuable lessons, Issei Freed said, his voice carrying the weight of wisdom. It sharpens our instincts and reveals the allies who stand unshaken amidst the storm. Issei emerged from the shadows of betrayal with a renewed sense of determination. The bonds that remained forged in the crucible of betrayal were stronger, serving as pillars of support in the tumultuous journey ahead. As conflicts persisted and alliances shifted, Issei found solace in the unwavering support of those who embraced Freed's teachings. The betrayal had tested their resolve, but it had also solidified their unity, fortifying their determination to challenge the established order and pave the way for change. Chapter 6. Unraveling Mysteries. Amidst the turmoil caused by conflicts and betrayals, Issei found solace in delving deeper into the mysteries that shrouded the supernatural world. Freed, his mentor and guide, encouraged him to seek understanding beyond the surface, to unravel the enigmatic truths that lay hidden within their realm. Their investigations led them down a labyrinth of ancient texts, arcane artifacts, and forgotten lore. They explored the depths of libraries and hidden sanctums, piecing together fragments of knowledge that shed light on the intricacies of their world. Freed, with his vast experience and unorthodox insights, became a beacon in their pursuit of understanding. He guided Issei through the intricate webs of mysteries, teaching him to discern truths from illusions and challenge preconceived notions. Mysteries are the threads that weave the fabric of our world, Issei Freed remarked one evening as they pored over ancient manuscripts. They hold the keys to understanding the complexities hidden beneath the surface. Issei absorbed Freed's teachings with fervor, his thirst for knowledge ignited by the mysteries that beckoned him. He began to unravel the veils that shrouded their reality, uncovering secrets that transcended conventional wisdom. Their explorations didn't just revolve around the arcane, they delved into the depths of political intrigues, unearthing hidden agendas that manipulated the balance of power within the supernatural society. Not everything is as it seems, Issei Freed would say, his voice laden with caution. Behind every facade lies a hidden motive waiting to be uncovered. Together, they encountered entities and phenomena that defied categorization, beings that existed on the fringes of their structured world. Freed taught Issei to approach these mysteries with an open mind, to discern their intentions beyond the confines of predetermined beliefs. As they delved deeper, they stumbled upon anomalies that challenged their understanding of the supernatural. They encountered artifacts imbued with ancient powers, each holding a fragment of the forgotten history of their kind. Freed's teachings guided Issei through the complexities of deciphering ancient texts and symbols. He learned to manipulate arcane energies in ways that transcended conventional magic, unraveling mysteries that eluded the comprehension of others. Knowledge isn't just about what's written, Issei Freed emphasized one evening. It's about the perception to see beyond the words and uncover the truths hidden within. Their pursuit of understanding led them to confrontations with elusive entities that guarded the ancient knowledge. Issei faced trials that tested not just his magical prowess, but his wisdom and intuition. These trials are not just about strength, Issei Freed guided him during their encounters. They're about using your intellect to navigate the complexities that lie before you. As they unraveled mysteries, their bond strengthened. Issei found solace in Freed's guidance, his mentor's wisdom serving as a compass in the labyrinth of enigmas. However, their relentless pursuit of knowledge did not go unnoticed. Their investigations drew attention from entities and factions within the supernatural community, some seeking to hinder their progress, while others sought to exploit the uncovered truths for their own gain. The revelations they unearthed hinted at a deeper conspiracy, a hidden truth that threatened the very fabric of their society. It became evident that their quest for understanding had unraveled layers of secrets, exposing the vulnerabilities and manipulations at play. Amidst the revelations and challenges, Freed urged Issei to remain vigilant and discerning, cautioning him against the pitfalls of revealing too much in a world where knowledge held immense power. Our pursuit of knowledge is a double-edged sword, Issei Freed warned. It can enlighten, but it can also cast shadows of danger upon us. Choose your revelations wisely. Their journey through the mysteries of the supernatural world continued, each revelation and trial shaping Issei's understanding and fortitude. Amidst the complexities and dangers, their pursuit of knowledge became a testament to their shared resolve to unravel the truths that lay hidden within the shadows. Chapter 7. Trials and Temptations. As Issei's understanding of the supernatural world deepened through the unraveling of mysteries, he encountered trials that tested not only his magical prowess, but also his resilience and moral compass. Freed, ever the guiding force in Issei's life, prepared him for the trials that lay ahead, cautioning him against the temptations that often lurked within. Their training sessions took on a new intensity as Freed sought to instill in Issei the importance of restraint and discernment in wielding his burgeoning abilities. He challenged Issei to not only harness his powers, but also to exercise control and wisdom in their usage. Strength without restraint is a dangerous weapon, Issei Freed cautioned during one of their sessions. True power lies in the ability to wield it judiciously, not succumbing to the temptations it presents. Issei absorbed Freed's teachings with fervor, recognizing the weight of responsibility that came with his growing abilities. He grappled with the realization that wielding immense power also meant being susceptible to the allure of its potential. Their trials extended beyond mere magical exercises. Issei encountered situations that presented moral dilemmas, scenarios where the lines between right and wrong blurred. Freed guided him through these challenges, urging him to navigate the gray areas with a clear conscience. Trials aren't just tests of strength, Issei Freed emphasized. They're tests of character and integrity. Always stay true to your principles, even in the face of temptation. Amidst the trials, temptations loomed in various forms. Issei faced the allure of using his powers for personal gain, the temptation to tip the scales of justice in his favor, and the seduction of shortcuts that promised immediate success. Freed observed Issei's struggles with a discerning eye, offering guidance without imposing his own judgments. He recognized the importance of Issei confronting these temptations, understanding that the trials weren't just about honing his abilities, but also about fortifying his moral compass. In moments of solitude, Issei grappled with the inner turmoil brought forth by the temptations. He questioned the implications of yielding to the allure of power and the consequences of straying from the principles ingrained within him. Freed, as a mentor and confidant, provided counsel, encouraging Issei to confront his doubts and fears. He reiterated that strength lay not just in wielding power, but in the restraint exercised in its usage. Temptations are a part of our journey, Issei Freed reminded him. They test our resolve and reinforce the importance of staying true to our values, even when it's the most challenging path. As the trials continued, Issei faced situations that tugged at his convictions. He encountered adversaries who goaded him into using his powers for personal gain, tempting him with promises of dominance and superiority. Freed's guidance echoed in his mind, a reminder to resist the allure of shortcuts and immediate gratification. Issei understood that succumbing to such temptations would compromise his integrity and the very principles he stood for. Their trials extended beyond the realm of magic, delving into the complexities of interpersonal relationships. Issei encountered instances where trust was tested, friendships strained, and alliances questioned. Through these tribulations, Freed's teachings guided Issei, helping him navigate the intricacies of human emotions and the fragility of trust. He learned the importance of standing steadfast in his beliefs, even when faced with adversities that threatened to shake his resolve. As the trials and temptations ebbed and flowed, Issei emerged with a deeper understanding of the responsibility that came with his abilities. He realized that the trials were not just tests of strength, but also opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Freed's unwavering guidance had been pivotal in steering Issei through the trials and temptations. The mentorship he received not only honed his magical prowess, but also fortified his character, shaping him into a young devil who understood the significance of restraint and integrity in wielding power. Chapter 8. The Clash of Ideals. As Issei's journey under Freed's tutelage continued, the clash between their unconventional ideals and the established order within the supernatural society reached a critical juncture. The conflict between tradition and rebellion escalated, creating a rift that tested the very foundations of Issei's beliefs. The disapproval and skepticism from fellow devils towards Freed's teachings had reached a boiling point. Issei found himself at the center of a storm, torn between his allegiance to the mentor who had shaped his worldview and the pressure to conform to the norms ingrained within their society. The divide between the traditionalists and those who resonated with Freed's teachings widened. Issei faced accusations of deviating from the established path, branded as a symbol of rebellion against the structured hierarchy. The clash of ideals manifested in heated debates, confrontations that tested the limits of tolerance and understanding. Issei stood firm in his beliefs, defending Freed's teachings as a means to evolve beyond the constraints of outdated traditions. Freed, a figure associated with chaos and rebellion, stood by Issei, advocating for a paradigm shift in the supernatural society. He challenged the established order, emphasizing the need for change and adaptation in a world where stagnation threatened progress. Revolution isn't just about upheaval, Issei Freed asserted, his voice a call to arms amidst the conflict. It's about ushering in a new era, one that embraces evolution and diversity. Issei grappled with the weight of their clash of ideals. He questioned whether rebellion for the sake of rebellion was the path to progress, or if there existed a middle ground, a harmony that could bridge tradition with the necessity for change. In moments of contemplation, Issei sought to understand the perspectives of both sides. He realized that the clash wasn't merely about choosing between conformity and rebellion, but about finding a balance that honored tradition while embracing the potential for evolution. Freed's teachings echoed in his mind, reminding him that rebellion wasn't synonymous with anarchy. It was about challenging the norms to initiate growth and adaptation, not for the sake of chaos, but for the betterment of their world. As tensions mounted within the supernatural community, Issei faced internal conflict. He grappled with doubts about the repercussions of his allegiance to Freed's teachings, questioning whether his convictions were steering him towards isolation from his own kind. Freed observed Issei's internal struggle with a sense of empathy, recognizing the burden of the clash of ideals. He offered guidance without imposing his beliefs, encouraging Issei to seek clarity within himself and to discern the path that resonated with his convictions. The clash extended beyond mere ideologies. It manifested in the relationships Issei had forged, testing the bonds he had formed amidst the turmoil. Friends turned adversaries, allies questioned loyalties, and the rift threatened to sever the connections he had valued. Amidst the chaos, Freed stood as a constant source of guidance, urging Issei to trust in his convictions and not to falter in the face of opposition. Clashes of ideals are catalysts for change, Issei Freed reassured him. They push us to reevaluate our beliefs and seek a middle ground that honors both tradition and progress. Issei realized that the clash of ideals wasn't just an external conflict, it was a reflection of the turmoil within himself. He grappled with the complexities of a world where change often clashed with established norms, realizing that true evolution lay in finding a synthesis between tradition and innovation. Freed's mentorship had taught Issei the importance of challenging the status quo, but also the significance of discernment and compromise. He understood that rebellion wasn't about blind defiance, but about paving a path that honored the values of both tradition and evolution. As the clash of ideals continued to reverberate within the supernatural community, Issei emerged with a newfound resolve. He sought to bridge the divide, to navigate the turbulent waters with a vision that upheld the essence of change, while respecting the heritage of their kind. The clash had tested his convictions, but it had also strengthened his determination to carve a path that transcended the confines of tradition and rebellion. Chapter 9. Self-discovery. Amidst the turmoil of conflicting ideologies and the clash between tradition and rebellion, Issei embarked on a journey of self-discovery. The trials and tribulations he faced under Freed's mentorship had become a crucible for understanding not just the supernatural world, but also his own beliefs and convictions. The internal conflict spurred by the clash of ideals weighed heavily on Issei. He sought solitude, delving into moments of introspection to unravel the depths of his own values and aspirations. Freed, sensing Issei's inner turmoil, offered guidance without imposition. He understood the importance of self-discovery in shaping Issei's path, allowing him the space to navigate the labyrinth of his thoughts and beliefs. Self-discovery isn't just about finding answers, Issei Freed remarked one evening during a moment of contemplation. It's about questioning the very essence of what you believe in and understanding the reasons behind it. Issei grappled with his own convictions, questioning whether his allegiance to Freed's teaching stemmed from a genuine belief in change or from a rebellion against the norms ingrained within him since birth. In moments of solitude, Issei reflected on the teachings and experiences that had shaped his journey. He revisited the values ingrained within him, questioning whether rebellion was merely a response to the societal expectations or if it resonated with a deeper desire for progress and evolution. Freed's influence remained a cornerstone in Issei's quest for self-discovery. His mentor's teachings urged him to look beyond the surface, to seek clarity amidst the chaos, and to embrace a path that echoed his genuine beliefs. As Issei navigated the labyrinth of his own thoughts, he encountered layers of complexities within him, self-doubts, fears, and aspirations that had been overshadowed by the clash of ideals. He realized that self-discovery wasn't just about unraveling his beliefs, but also about accepting the multifaceted nature of his own identity. His journey under Freed's guidance had exposed him to different perspectives, shaping him into a devil who valued not just rebellion, but also wisdom and discernment. The conflicts within the supernatural community had acted as catalysts for his own introspection. Issei understood that his journey wasn't just about choosing between tradition and rebellion, it was about embracing a path that resonated with his core values and aspirations. In moments of introspection, Freed's words echoed in Issei's mind, guiding him through the maze of self-discovery. Understanding yourself is the key to understanding your place in the world, Issei Freed had once said, his voice carrying the weight of wisdom. Embrace the chaos within, for it holds the secrets to your true potential. Issei's journey of self-discovery extended beyond the confines of ideologies. He sought to understand his own strengths and weaknesses, acknowledging that true growth emerged from self-awareness and acceptance. Amidst the conflicts and uncertainties, Issei began to comprehend the essence of his own identity. He embraced the complexities that shaped him, recognizing that his path forward would be a synthesis of his beliefs, experiences, and aspirations. Freed, as a mentor and guide, stood by Issei's side, offering encouragement and support as he navigated the labyrinth of self-discovery. He recognized the importance of this phase in Issei's journey, knowing that true clarity would pave the way for a purposeful path ahead. As Issei emerged from the depths of self-discovery, he felt a sense of liberation, a clarity that resonated within him, guiding him towards a path that was a harmonious blend of rebellion and tradition, innovation and wisdom. The journey of self-discovery had not just unveiled the layers of his beliefs, it had revealed the strength and resilience within Issei, the foundation, upon which he would chart his own course in a world teetering on the brink of change. Chapter 10. Redemption and Sacrifice. Amidst the turmoil and self-discovery, Issei found himself facing a moment that would test not only his convictions, but also the depth of his character. The clash of ideals within the supernatural community reached a crescendo, threatening to plunge their world into chaos. Freed, his mentor and guiding force, stood resolute beside Issei, advocating for change and evolution. The rift between tradition and rebellion had reached a point where the repercussions of their defiance loomed ominously. As tensions escalated, the powers that governed the supernatural realm imposed sanctions against Freed and Issei, viewing their teachings as a threat to the established order. Issei realized that their actions, however well-intentioned, had inadvertently fueled a conflict that endangered not only themselves, but also those they sought to protect. The gravity of the situation weighed heavily on Issei. He grappled with the consequences of their rebellion, understanding that their pursuit of change had inadvertently sowed discord and jeopardized the fragile balance within their society. Freed, recognizing the turmoil within Issei, offered guidance and a sense of reassurance. He understood the weight of their actions and urged Issei to seek redemption, not by succumbing to the demands of the established order, but by finding a path that would mitigate the escalating conflict. Redemption isn't about capitulation, Issei Freed counseled, his voice tempered by resolve. It's about acknowledging the consequences of our actions and striving to rectify them while staying true to our beliefs. Issei contemplated the sacrifices that lay ahead, recognizing that true redemption often required selflessness and sacrifice. He realized that their journey wasn't just about rebellion, it was about acknowledging the unintended consequences of their actions and working towards a resolution that honored both their convictions and the greater good. As the supernatural community teetered on the brink of conflict, Issei sought allies among those who shared their vision for change. He forged alliances with individuals who believed in a world that balanced tradition with adaptation, understanding that their unity was essential in navigating the impending storm. However, the path towards redemption wasn't without sacrifice. Issei faced the daunting reality that their actions had endangered not just themselves, but also those they held dear. The impending conflict demanded sacrifices that tested the strength of their convictions. In moments of solitude, Issei grappled with the weight of the sacrifices that loomed on the horizon. Freed's teachings echoed in his mind, reminding him that redemption often required courage and selflessness, virtues that transcended personal desires. Freed stood as a stalwart presence, guiding Issei through the tumultuous path towards redemption. He urged Issei to remain steadfast in his beliefs, even in the face of sacrifices that would test the very core of their ideals. As the conflict loomed closer, Issei realized that true sacrifice required more than just relinquishing personal desires. It demanded a willingness to bear the burdens for the greater good, to stand against the tide of discord and seek a path towards reconciliation. The moment arrived when redemption beckoned through sacrifice. Issei, alongside Freed and their allies, faced a choice that would shape the course of their world. They stood on the precipice, ready to make sacrifices that would alter the trajectory of the impending conflict. Their actions weren't born out of submission, but out of a profound understanding that sacrifice wasn't synonymous with defeat. It was a testament to their unwavering commitment to rectify the unintended consequences of their rebellion and pave the way for a resolution that upheld their beliefs while restoring balance to their world. Freed's unwavering resolve and Issei's newfound understanding of sacrifice forged a bond that transcended mere mentorship. It was a camaraderie rooted in shared sacrifices and a mutual desire for redemption. As the conflict reached its crescendo, Issei and Freed stood shoulder to shoulder, ready to make sacrifices that would herald a new dawn of redemption that would reshape their world, not through capitulation, but through resilience, selflessness, and the unwavering pursuit of a balanced and evolved future. Chapter 11. Forging a New Path. The aftermath of the impending conflict left a palpable tension lingering in the supernatural community. Issei and Freed, alongside their allies, had made sacrifices that averted an all-out confrontation, but the repercussions of their actions resonated through the fragile balance of their world. The sanctions imposed upon them remained, a constant reminder of the rift between their ideologies and the established order. Issei realized that while their sacrifices had mitigated the immediate conflict, the path towards reconciliation and change was still fraught with challenges. Freed, his mentor and confidant, remained a steadfast source of guidance amidst the aftermath. He urged Issei not to falter in the face of adversity, reminding him that the sacrifices they made were the seeds for a future that balanced tradition with evolution. Forging a new path isn't easy, Issei Freed remarked, his voice carrying a sense of determination. But it's through our resilience and unwavering commitment that we pave the way for change. Issei grappled with the magnitude of the challenges that lay ahead. He realized that their journey wasn't just about rebellion or conformity, it was about finding a middle ground that honored the heritage of their kind while embracing the potential for progress. In the wake of the conflict, Issei sought to mend the fractures that had emerged within the supernatural community. He engaged in dialogues, seeking common ground with those who had opposed their teachings, understanding that reconciliation was a vital step towards a balanced future. Freed stood by Issei, offering counsel and wisdom as they navigated the complexities of rebuilding trust and fostering unity amidst the divisions that lingered. He emphasized the importance of patience and perseverance in forging a new path, one that honored the lessons learned from their past struggles. As they ventured forward, Issei encountered individuals within the supernatural society who resonated with their vision for change. They formed alliances with those who believed in a future that embraced innovation while respecting the foundations of tradition. The road to forging a new path wasn't without resistance. Issei faced skepticism and apprehension from factions unwilling to embrace change. He realized that the process of evolution wasn't immediate, it required persistent efforts to sow the seeds of transformation. In moments of solitude, Issei reflected on the teachings and sacrifices that had brought him to this juncture. He understood that forging a new path required a delicate balance of synergy between his convictions and the willingness to listen and understand differing perspectives. Freed's guidance remained pivotal in shaping their journey towards reconciliation and change. He encouraged Issei to lead with empathy and understanding, acknowledging that true progress emerged not just from imposing ideals, but from fostering a collective vision that honored diversity and evolution. Their efforts to forge a new path extended beyond the realm of ideologies. Issei engaged in initiatives aimed at bridging the gaps between different factions within the supernatural community. He advocated for dialogue, understanding that unity lay in acknowledging and respecting the diversity of beliefs. The journey towards forging a new path wasn't linear. It involved setbacks, moments of doubt, and the resilience to persevere in the face of adversity. Issei realized that change was a gradual process, a collective effort that required the participation of all. Freed's unwavering support served as a beacon amidst the challenges. He reminded Issei that forging a new path wasn't just about changing the status quo, but about laying the groundwork for a future that honored both the legacy of their heritage and the potential for evolution. As time passed, Issei witnessed the seeds of their efforts begin to sprout. The fractures within the supernatural community slowly mended, replaced by a sense of cautious optimism, a shared belief in a future that embraced change while cherishing the essence of their traditions. Their journey towards forging a new path wasn't just about ideals, it was about creating a world where diverse beliefs coexisted harmoniously, where resilience and adaptability were celebrated virtues, and where unity was forged through understanding and acceptance. Issei understood that their journey was ongoing, a continuous endeavor towards nurturing a world that embraced diversity, evolution, and the collective aspirations of a supernatural community poised on the brink of a new era. With Freed's teachings as a guiding light, he walked the path, steadfast in his commitment to forging a future that harmonized the echoes of the past with the aspirations of a balanced and evolved world. Chapter 12. Legacy of Chaos. In the wake of their journey and the tumultuous events that shaped their world, Issei found himself contemplating the legacy left behind by the trials and tribulations he had faced alongside Freed. The echoes of chaos and rebellion still resonated within the supernatural community, leaving behind a legacy that stirred both awe and apprehension. The clash of ideals, the sacrifices made, and the pursuit of change had etched a profound mark upon the supernatural realm. Issei grappled with the realization that their actions, while born from noble intentions, had left a legacy that stirred both inspiration and unease. Freed, a figure associated with rebellion and change, had been both a guiding force and a symbol of defiance. His teachings had ignited a spark of revolution that had led to unprecedented shifts within their society, challenging the established order and ushering in an era of introspection. Issei, upon reflecting on the legacy they had left behind, understood the complexities that accompanied change. He realized that while their actions had initiated a dialogue for evolution, they had also sparked fear and skepticism among those rooted in tradition. Freed's teachings lingered, inspiring some to seek new horizons and embrace the potential for progress. Yet, they also evoked apprehension, as the legacy of chaos left lingering doubts about the stability of their world. As Issei navigated the aftermath of their journey, he encountered individuals who hailed Freed's teachings as a catalyst for a brighter future. They viewed the legacy of chaos as a necessary upheaval to break the chains of stagnation and pave the way for a world that embraced diversity and evolution. However, there were others who viewed the legacy with trepidation, fearing the repercussions of a world in flux. They regarded the chaos as a threat to the established order, perceiving it as a harbinger of instability and discord within their society. Freed, as a mentor and an advocate for change, had been both revered and reviled. His legacy, a mosaic of inspiration and discord, left Issei pondering the weight of their actions and the ripple effect they had caused within the supernatural realm. In moments of introspection, Issei sought understanding, realizing that their legacy wasn't just a tale of rebellion, it was a narrative of resilience, sacrifice, and the pursuit of a balanced future. He understood that change often stirred discomfort, challenging the comfort of familiarity and stability. Freed's teachings had emphasized the importance of evolution and adaptability. Issei realized that the legacy of chaos wasn't about disruption for the sake of turmoil, but about initiating conversations and fostering a collective vision for a world that harmonized tradition with innovation. He engaged in dialogues aimed at addressing the apprehensions stemming from their legacy, seeking to bridge the gap between differing perspectives. Issei advocated for understanding, acknowledging that their legacy was multifaceted, invoking both inspiration and anxiety. Freed's wisdom resonated within Issei as he navigated the complexities of their legacy. He realized that the mark left behind wasn't just a story of upheaval, but an opportunity for growth and reconciliation, a testament to the resilience and adaptability inherent in their kind. As Issei confronted the aftermath of their journey, he embraced the responsibility of shaping their legacy. He sought to guide the narrative towards a balanced portrayal, one that acknowledged the necessity of change while fostering stability and unity within their society. Freed's influence remained a guiding beacon as Issei worked toward solidifying their legacy. He understood that the legacy of chaos wasn't a monolithic tale, but a narrative shaped by the interpretations and actions of those influenced by their journey. The echoes of their legacy reverberated through the supernatural community, inspiring conversations and inciting contemplation. Issei realized that while chaos had been their catalyst for change, it was the collective effort towards understanding and acceptance that would shape their world's future. Their legacy wasn't just a tale of rebellion, it was a narrative of resilience, adaptability, and the pursuit of a balanced future. Issei walked a path, striving to guide their legacy towards a harmonious synthesis that honored both tradition and evolution, a testament to the transformative power of embracing change amidst chaos. End of the part 1. So how was this story? I hope you like it. And if you like it, share this story with your friends and like the video too. And don't forget to subscribe our channel for daily awesome fanfiction. Okay, it's time for me to go. Bye bye.